Okay, guys, well, I'm back. I don't want to be back, and I did say I'd come back if anything else came up. Well, in the last 45 minutes to 2 hours, a statement's gone out, and everyone's picked up on it, and apparently, well, we'll have to wait and see, yeah, but how this, sort of affects us long term. Like, this may be a short term thing, I don't know, but apparently Chelsea's bank account has now been frozen, and its credit cards. Barclays have actually taken that decision. Sky Sports, Chelsea's bank account has been temporarily suspended by Barclays in the wake of Roman Abramovich being sanctioned in the UK government. The reason behind the suspension is that the bank requires time to assess the licence Chelsea have been given to continue football-related activities. And the UK government on Thursday gave Chelsea a licence to continue with football-related activities after Abramovich had his assets frozen, a prohibition on transactions with UK individuals and businesses, a travel ban and transport sanctions imposed on him. Now, this is basically everywhere now. The Sun, look at the Sun, look. Account frozen, credit crunch, capital letters, Chelsea, bank accounts frozen, cap locks, a crisis club. A crisis club. We're a crisis club now. We're in crisis. We didn't fucking create the crisis, did we? The club didn't create the fucking crisis. The British government have. And look, British government, look what you've done now. We don't have access to our own fucking funds. How are we supposed to fucking operate? Absolute fucking joke. And all of these fuckers are in it together, do you know what I mean? All these media companies, all these fucking, television fucking channels and fucking journals and fucking reporters all saying the same shit. Same shit, same shit, same shit. On repeat. Loop, 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 loop. Crisis Club faces administration. According to the Sun, we're facing administration now. Points deductions. Of course, that's not our fault, of course. With no access to money after Abramovich sanctions. Chelsea's bank accounts and credit cards have been reportedly been frozen to leave the club unable to access any money. Blues owner Roman Abramovich has had his assets frozen by the UK government due to his connections with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The club is unable, cap locks, to sell home and away match tickets to their fans. There is also a ban on any transfers, incoming and outgoing, and new contracts cannot be handed out to any of the squad. Merchandise cannot be bought or sold as a result of the club shop at Stamford Bridge has been closed. Now, the Times, I'd call it reputable, but let's have it right. They're all, same cheeks of the same arsehole, let's be honest. All media's the same. It's all owned by the same people. Go and check it. Go and check corporate companies. Go and check how it all links to two companies, BlackRock and Vanguard, and you'll see why this is all bollocks, right? But, nevertheless, let's read the bollocks, because that's what it's doing right now. And, of course, they have frozen our fucking accounts. And I could go on about this, but I'm going to fucking keep my fucking mouth shut right now. But we are being used right now. We're being targeted. And I'll tell you now, any other football supporters out there, that, I don't know, all the only thing I would say is go and do your own research. Go and do your own due diligence. Because if you're laughing at us, trust me, this could be you. And, you really do need to go and have a look and see what's going on here right now. They state that sources in the Premier League who were given a licence to still operate have warned the club's corporate accounts, including credit cards, have been frozen as the banks are being risk adverse. Absolute tosspots, aren't they? You know what I mean? Anyone can see what's going on here. The source was quoted as saying the licence allows the club to continue to day-to-day activities, but the banks don't have the risk appetite for it. They've frozen some of the corporate credit cards. It's put a lot more pressure on the club. It's amazing also when you look at, supporters of other clubs. individuals of other clubs, yeah, who just none of them are coming out, right, and sort of saying something in relation to. None of them have got the brains to see the bigger picture and see that, hold on a minute, what's really going on here. While another senior source told them it's making it even more difficult to run our day-to-day operations. Sky Sports reporter Kaves Solikol reported Chelsea's bank accounts with Barclays have been temporarily suspended. We have been told that Barclays need time to assess the licence that Chelsea have been given that allows Chelsea to continue their football-related activities. Chelsea are hopeful that the suspension put in place by Barclays will be lifted shortly, but the issue Barclays have got in the bank account in the name of Chelsea are owned by Roman Abramovich. He is sanctioned by the UK government. No one in the UK, including Barclays, is allowed to do business with Roman Abramovich. Just makes you sick, doesn't it? I mean, why didn't they do this, back in the day, even 3 years ago? Do you know what I mean? Giving him a moment to sell and then hit him. If that's what if that's what it was always what it was all about, let him sell, then hit him. If that's, as I say, what it was all about, but it's not, is it? This is all about making an example, and we are the example. It does go on to say, if they give Chelsea access to those accounts, how can they be sure that Chelsea will only spend that money on what the government have said? Chelsea are allowed to spend their money on. This is very, very serious for Chelsea, even though we're being told they hope the suspension will lift shortly. It means that Chelsea Football Club currently have no access to any money at the moment. It just can't get any worse, can it? The Sun understands that both players and staff all get paid on the last weekend of the month, which would mean their next payment due is Thursday the 31st of March. But it is believed that Barclays are being overly cautious and the account will be reactivated before then. Well, of course they're being overly fucking cautious. But, UK government, you've caused this, yeah? Look what you're fucking causing, this stress. This, for what? For what? He doesn't even want the fucking money from the club. There are grave concerns that the restrictions will quickly force the club into financial difficulties without Abramovich's billions to bankroll them. There you go, guys. Well, I haven't got a bank account with Barclays, but if I had, I'd be shutting it down right now just as a matter of principle. Fuck them, do you know what I mean? And, I'm going to stop it now, guys, because I'll just end up saying things I don't want to say. So I'll speak to you soon. Much love. And sorry that last video I done, by the way, finished even after 26 minutes, I think it was length, but it finished straight like that because I run out of battery. So I will say goodbye now. Much love, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. And up the Chelsea, and fuck them all. It's all about the Chelsea.